This light could almost qualify for low light. There are low light features and recording modes which are really good. I think this Ace Pro has about as good a low lighting as any sports camera on the market. Compared to a GoPro and the DJI, it's better for certain conditions. Some people prefer the DJI and GoPro because of the wider field of view. Even on the widest ultra action mode, which is the widest perspective, GoPro still takes in more, and the InstaPro X4 even more. In fact, you can do 360 degrees with it. It's amazing. My objective is considerably different. I'm documenting rides for posterity and enjoyment. As far as editing and all that, it's not my cup of tea. Although there are a couple AI editing features where the camera will flag certain scenes. You can then merge those flagged scenes together and it'll eliminate the rest of the video. I haven't played with that yet, but I've watched YouTube videos of people playing with it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about how to use these things. This is beautiful Guadalajara, La Mancha. I moved the camera to the helmet because it got pretty rough over here, and even though the image stabilization will probably compensate for most of it, I don't see any reason to torture the camera mount. The border between La Mancha, or Guadalajara, La Mancha is a huge state. I mean, it's enormous. Madrid's actually one of the smaller states. At any rate, the border is just this side of Los Santos, and so it's kind of a really different, it's kind of like in the United States when you go from one state to another, the geography changes, looks different, and this is very much the case. I love it here. That's just the commuter train. The fast trains are really fast. I don't think you guys can smell it, but they are dumping manure. For the farmers, at least that is an educated guess. You don't have to be too smart for that one. It's almost 5:30, and the situation is really changing. I still don't think it's going to rain. Well, it might. Wouldn't shock me. I did bring a raincoat and some clothes in case it gets really nasty, but I don't think it's going to get that nasty. The wind is picking up a little bit. Of course, we're going 30 kilometers an hour, which definitely adds to it. The microphone should be pretty well protected. It's in my pocket, which I think is a really great place for it. So at any rate, it might be a little bit muffled, but I did turn the gain up to plus 3 decibels, so it should sound better. Before, to hear me and the environment, I had to crank the volume up on my devices. And then when the next video clicked in, it was way too loud, so I don't want that to happen. Eventually I'll get it all dialed in. The problem is, in the field, there's really no way to test it without stopping, uploading the video onto my cell phone, finding a quiet place to listen to it. That isn't going to happen. Oh, a gravel bike. Buenas. That's pretty rare. Nothing wrong with a gravel bike. I'd be using my gravel bike, but I'm totally spoiled with the suspension. And being that everything else is just about equal, I'll go with the suspension and the bigger tires, especially the 2.8 in the back. Both the gravel bike and this one have suspension seat posts. Both have the same 350 watt E-hub. But the gravel bike is way faster. On the other hand, after I do a ride like this, which today will be about 50 kilometers or so. Yeah, about 50. I'll feel like I've done 100. And with this bike, I'll be ready to go again tomorrow. Same handlebars, basically the same transmission. This has a 1132 cassette, and the gravel bike has an 1128. think this is the right way. It has to be. That's what the Garmin says. Yeah. I think this will do.